Hi, in this video I am going to cover the finite machine with output. My name is Suraj Kumar and I am one of the faculty who is going to teach you the TFL course. So let's begin. So in the previous classes what we have studied that DFA, NFA, epsilon NFA are finite automata without outputs. So those were the language acceptors. So they take the input and they actually either accept or they reject the string. So those were the actually language acceptors. So what we are going to do now, we are going to build a kind of machine which is taking some input and producing the output. Okay, so this will be some numerical type kind of value. So these kind of machine is actually called as the language transducers. So they will produce the output on some input. So we are giving some input and these machine will produce some output for us. So we are going to build the finite automata with output. So in this course you have two kind of finite automata with output, which is Moore machine and the Mealy machine. So what is the concept behind it? Let's see. So in the previous classes you have seen the DFA, and DFA are those kind of machine which is either accepting your string or rejecting the string, and DFA do not produce any output. Now I want to modify my DFA machines to produce the output. So this is my starting state, and let's say there are some other states. Okay, so in case of DFA what we did, we actually accept the string if the input is ended in the final state, and how we reject the string if the input is not finished in the final states. Okay, so here there will be no concept of the final state. So once my input is finished, so every time I read a symbol, I will produce the output. Okay, so what I am going to do, I want to associate some output to my automata. Okay, so there can be like two concepts. So either I can associate the output with the transitions, these are the transition here. Let's say I have another transition, or here let's say I have another transition. So either I can associate the output with the transition, or I can associate the output with the state. Okay, so if I associate the output with the states, so this will be going to your Moore machine. Okay, and if I associate the output with the transitions, so this will be going to your Mealy machines. Okay, so let's begin with the Moore machine. So as I said, Moore machine associate the output with the state itself. So let's have an example. So this is your, let's say, Moore machine. So what this Moore machine will do, this Moore machine will have a name, and their output is separated by a slash, and let's say this is having some output, let's say 0, and there is, let's say, another state in which is having their name and output is, let's say, 1. So what I am going to do in this, so this is a transition, so I am not going to associate the output with the transition, I am going to associate the output with the state only. So this is, let's say, this is 0, and here let's say this is 1, and for this state you are having, let's say, q let's say input 0, 1. Fine. So let's say one input to this machine. So how this machine will work, so this is your input actually, and I am taking 0, let's say 1 0 0 1. Fine, no problem. So when I read this symbol, when I start this automata, when I start this finite automata, so when it starts, so it will produce the output for me, because this state will produce the output 0 once it is start. So once this machine will start, it will produce the output 0 without reading any symbol. Okay, now I am having one 1 as my first symbol available to me. So once I read this 1 from this P, so I will reach to the next state, which is your P itself. Okay, and it will produce the output 0 because you are in P. Okay, now your next symbol is 0. Your next symbol is 0. So to read the 0 on P, from P is the present state and this is your present input. So from present state and present input you can reach to the next state, which is Q, and Q is having output 1, so you will produce the output 1. Fine. Now your next input is again 0. So for present state is Q and now present input is 0. So on 0 you will reach to the same state, that is Q, and the Q state is having output 1, so it will produce the output 1. Fine, no problem. For let's say next input is your 1, next input symbol is 1, so on 1 you will be reached in the same state, that is Q, and you will produce the output what, which is actually 1. Okay, so your output in this case is coming out to be what, 0 0 1 1 1. Okay, now what things that can you observe, that you can observe that this is the 4 length string. Okay, 1 2 3 4 length string, and your output is coming out to be the 5 lengths. Okay, so in case of Muri machine, whenever you apply the input to the finite automata, so it will gives you the output which is 1 length larger than the input. Okay, so without reading nothing or reading, let's say epsilon, so we can get 1 output. Okay, so your output will be 1 length larger than the input, right? So this Muri machine is consist of basically 6 tuple. Okay, and in case of DFA you have seen that DFA is consist of 5 tuples. Similar to the DFA, we have number of state, set of state Q, which is represented by Q. So P and Q are your state in this case, and the input alphabet, you can see that you are reading 1 0, 2 different kind of input alphabet, which is considered to be a sigma equal to 0 1, and initial state is your P, similar to the DFA, and your this is new. Okay, so this is new output alphabet. So what are the various output alphabet? So your 0 is the output, 1 is the output. So here in this case you have 2 alphabet, and this output alphabet will be the set of the different symbol corresponding to the output. Okay, now you will have, this thing is new to you in case of Muri machine. So this is the mapping, actually this is a mapping from Q to delta. Delta will be correspond to the output alphabet. Okay, so we will represent this output alphabet with the symbol delta. Fine. So suppose that you are in some state and state is associated with the output, so you are mapping this output function with the state. Okay, so what do you mean by this? So this is the mapping between state and the output alphabet. Fine, no problem. This is same to the DFA. So what we are going to do in this, so you are in present state and you are reading some input, so you will reach to the next state, and this is represented by the delta. Fine, no problem. So this transition function is same as the DFA. So these 4 things, Q, sigma, Q naught and transition function is same as the DFA, and these 2 things are different, which is associated to your output. So your output alphabet will be represented by delta, and this your output function is represented by the lambda function, and which is the mapping from Q to your output alphabet. Fine, no problem. So you have got the idea how to represent the Muri machine, and how to understand or how to know whether by seeing them कि कौन सी स्टेट है वो, है ना. सो कौन सी मतलब कौन सी मशीन है. फाइन, नो प्रॉब्लम. So let's understand with this example. So this is your given example and it is taken from your book. reference book. So here in this case you have seen that by seeing the automata you can easily guess that what kind of machine is this. Okay, so here in this case the output is associated with the state. So you here in this case you can have this is the state Q1 and this is producing output this, and this is the state Q21 and it is producing output Z1. Here output is producing will be Z2, Z1, here Z2. Okay, so let's make this transition table with the help of this state diagram. So how can you convert this this automata to the transition table? So what we have seen in the previous in case of DFA, that DFA transition table of DFA, we have present state, here we write present state, and here we write the next state. For let's say 0 and 1 are your input alphabet, and this is the these are the next state, and which will be you can fill with the help of your diagram. So you can see that if you are in initial state, let's say this would be Q0, Q1. Okay, because here you have Q1. So Q1, from Q1 you are reading 0, and on reading 0 you are reaching to the Q21. Fine. Okay, and for 1 you are reaching to the Q31. Okay, and in this case you can see that this state is containing the output this. Okay, so your output this should be represented by the lambda. Okay, here will be the lambda. Fine, so no problem. Here you can see that yes, Q21 you are in, let's say Q21, and from Q21 what you can read either 0 or you can read the 1. So on reading 0 you can reach to the Q22, and on 1 you can reach to Q31, and the output associated with this state is, let's say, Z1. So here I am writing Z1. Similarly you can fill the Q22, and on 0 you can see that this state is reaching to the Q22 itself, and then for 1 it is reaching to Q31, and it is producing the output Z2. So output associated with the Q22 is Z2, and similarly you can see that you can fill these transition with the help of your DFA knowledge, and Q31 having output Z1, Q31 is having output Z1, Q32 is having output Z2. Okay, so what new? So in DFA you have earlier filled that table with the help of the state diagram, and this is new to you, this output function. So here only you will add the output function into your transition table, and output is associated with the your present state. Fine, no problem. So this is the Moore machine. So here easily you can guess the various tuples of the Moore machines. You can find the Q, which is the set of state. You can find this sigma is the set of input alphabet, so you can have 0, 1 here, and you can find the, let's say, output alphabet. So the output alphabet are this and this. Okay, you can also find the lambda, and you can find the delta. Okay, and similarly you can find the starting state. So your starting state is this here, Q1. Fine. So let me give you one example of this delta. So in delta you can have these functions. Okay, this is our delta actually. Okay, and this is the lambda. So let's see one example of the lambda. So you are in, let's say, Q21 state. You are in Q21 state, and you will Q21 state, so you will produce the output which is your delta, and your delta in this case will be Z1. Okay, so this will be your mapping, and similarly you can write Q22 is having output Z2. Fine. Similarly you can write for other, and transition function, let's say delta. So let's say you are in Q21 and you want to read some symbol, let's say 0, and after reading 0, where you will reach Q21, on 0 you will reach to the Q22. So this will be your next state. Fine. So similarly you can write the other value as well with the help of I have drawn the transition table for you. Okay, so I think it is easily pretty easy and it is understandable. Okay, so now let's melee machines. So in case of melee machine, the output is associated with the transitions. So let's see one example. So this is your starting state, and we are associating the output with the transition. Let's say this is your transition for 0 and you are producing the output 1, and similarly you are having, let's say, here transition for 1 and here you are producing, let's say, 0. Okay, and similarly for here you are having, let's say, transition for 0 and you are producing output 1, and here in this case, let's say, you are having transition for 1 and you are producing output again 1. Okay, so this is the pretty simple example for the melee machine. So what you can see, what you can observe here, you can see that the output is associated with the your transitions. Okay, so your output will be differentiated with the input. So this is your input symbol, and output is differentiated by this slash. Okay, so you can write 0/1. So this will be your input symbol, and this will be your output. Okay, similarly the melee machine also consists of the 6 tuples: Q, which is your finite set of state, sigma input alphabet, Q naught initial state, output alphabet, delta, same as the Moore. Okay, so here in this case, what kind of symbol we have for output alphabet? So you are producing the output here 1, 0, 1, 1. So you have two different symbols. So here you can write 0, 1. Okay, and sigma also you have input symbol 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So you have 0, 1 here. Okay, and here you are having two state P and let's say Q. Okay, so in this case you are having two state, which is P, Q. Okay, two set of state. And similarly the output function here will be depend upon the transitions. Okay, so that's why we are writing here the transition function Q cross sigma. So you will have the present state, you are in present state, and you will need the present input. So you will be producing some output from the output alphabet. Okay, and similarly you can produce you can see the transition function here. Transition will be same as the DFA or the Moore machine. So Q cross sigma, you are in present state and you are reading some input, so you can reach to the next state or you can remain in the that particular state. Okay, so this will be represented by delta, same as the DFA or Moore machine, and this will be your lambda. Okay, fine. So output function will always be represented by the lambda in case of Moore as well as the melee machines. Okay, so let's understand this with the help of example. So let's say I have a input in this case, let's say 0, 0, 1, 1. Fine. So what you can do when you read this input, so once you start this automata, so you will be in the present state P and you want to read first input symbol, so you can produce the output. The output associated with the transition 0 is 1, so you will produce the output 1. Fine, and you will reach to the which state? P itself. Now you will read the next symbol. Next symbol is your 0 again. So once you read the 0, so you can again produce the output 1. Now see the next input symbol is your 1 and you are still in the same state P and you are reading the input 1. So after reading the 1, you can reach to the Q state and your output will be what? The output associated with this transition is 0. So you can produce the output 0, and from Q what you can see, your next input symbol is 1. So from Q you want to read 1, so this is your input symbol, and after reading the input you can produce the output 1. Okay, so your output here in this case are coming to be 1, 1, 0, 1. So what you can observe in this case, that the output length and input length are same, but in case of Moore the output length was 1 greater than the input. Okay, so here the output length will be the same as the same as the length of the input. Okay, so it is pretty simple. And also understand this with another example. So you can see this example. So here in this case you have starting state Q1, and here we can see 3 state Q1, Q2, Q3, and the output is associated with the transitions, and so on, transitions. Okay, so similarly here you can also construct the transition table. So how can you construct? So you will write here the present state. So this will be your present state, and this is your starting state. So starting state is represented like this in the transition table. So so for every transition, so let's say whenever you read this symbol 0, so for this symbol, so you will have the output as well as the next state. So that's why I am here writing the state as well as the output associated with this transitions. So if you are in, let's say, this state Q1, so if you read some symbol, let's say 0, so you will reach to the Q2. So you will reach to Q2 and you will produce the output 1. So this is your, let's say, 1. Fine. So you will produce the output 1. Similarly, if you read 1, this is 1. If you read 1, so you can reach to the state Q3 and you can produce the output, say 1. Fine. Now let's say you are in Q2. So after reading Q2 on 0, so you can see that after Q2 you are in same state, let's say you are in state Q2 and you want to read this input 0. So on reading 0 you can produce the output Z2 and you can reach to the same state Q2. Similarly on 1 you can see that this transition, so output will be your Z1 and you can reach to the Q3. Similarly you can fill this state as well. Okay, so here you can also find the Q, find the sigma, find the let's say delta. You can also find the lambda, you can also find the delta. Okay, and your starting state. So here you will have the 6 tuple for Mealy as well as the Murray machine. So in the next video I will discuss the example related to the Mealy machine and the Murray machine. Thank you.